Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the brand new ColourPop Just My Luck palette. This palette retails for $12 and it's got 6 different shades. I was pretty excited when they dropped this palette because I really love the color green, but I feel like it's really difficult to find a good palette with a variety of colors, of like different shades of green. So I'm really stoked to be trying this out today. The palette looks like this, well, like that. The palette looks like it's got 4 foil shades, 3 just like matte green shade, well, yeah, 3 matte green shades, 1 brown matte shade, and then this like dark green, which is kind of matte, but it's also got some shimmer in it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So I went ahead and did my brows already, which is probably why, I don't know, I feel like I look kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. This is like my favorite concealer to use to prime my lids. I've tried other kinds, but nothing works as good as this, in my opinion, so. And I guess I should say that this is my first ColourPop palette that I've ever purchased. I do have just like single shades, but I've never actually owned just a ColourPop shadow palette. So I went ahead and just, I used my Luxie 110 Goodnight brush just to kind of spread the concealer, and then I kind of just like set it down lightly with a beauty blender. It's just what works for me. I think I'm gonna do like a half cut crease. So I'm gonna take the shade Chances Are, and I'm using just an Ipsy T35 Precise blending brush. Okay. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see. Okay, so this shade's kind of like a minty green. For the next shade, I'm just gonna kind of work my way. So I started with the lightest shade. I'm gonna go with the second lightest shade, which is called Kiss My Hass. I'm gonna take the same brush, wow, and just go right over that initial shade. Okay, and I'm just gonna start to blend this upward. I'm gonna take my Elizabeth Mott blending brush, doesn't have a number, and it's clean, and I'm just going to go ahead and lightly blend out the edges just so that it's not so harsh. And then I'm gonna just go back into Kiss My Hass, I don't know, and just take a little bit more product and just kind of darken what I just added in. All right, next I'm going to use the shade Act Natural, and I'm going to take that same brush again. And then I'm just gonna go into into the crease of my eyes again and just kind of add some more color. Wow, that's a really pretty green. Okay, so I think I'm going to take the brown shade Charmed, and I'm going to be using my Luxie 237 blending brush. It's just a really small blending brush. And I'm gonna add that in my crease. Ooh, this could either have been a really good idea or a really bad idea. We'll find out. Still questionable. All right, I'm gonna go back with that Ipsy brush and I'm gonna go back into the shade Act Natural. It's that darker green that we just added. And I'm gonna go on top of the brown just to blend that out. And Cosmo is nesting in the background. Just took that brush again, barely tapped into the Charmed shade and just kind of pulling that brown up a bit. Next, I am going to take the shade Mo Mamba, which is that super dark green, but it's got a bit of a shimmer. I don't know if you can tell. And I'm going to take the that same Ipsy brush, and I'm going to now apply this on the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm just gonna pull it in. I'm actually gonna go back into the Kiss My Hoss shade with the Elizabeth Mott blending brush. And I'm just going to kind of drag it upwards so that it's just blended out. So I'm just gonna take that small brush again, go back into Charmed, that brown, and just define the crease. Alright, so to cut my crease again, I'm gonna just be taking the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm just going to be taking this, this flat brush to cut my crease. All right, now that I have cut my crease, I'm going to be taking that shade Mo Mamba again, and I'm just gonna reapply it on the outer corner of my eye, and then just gonna lightly blend it in towards the concealer. Perfect. And I actually feel like it's not dark enough in the corner, outer corner of my eye, so I'm gonna go back into that brown shade Charmed, and I'm just gonna apply that on top of Mo Mamba. I'm gonna take the shade Mary Jane, and I'm just gonna get some of that on the brush, and I'm just gonna apply it on the inner. Wow. Okay. Wow. That came on really nice. Whew. Wow, all right. I think I'm happy with that. So I'm just gonna kind of stop it about there. That is such a pretty shade. Okay, next I'm going to take the shade Big Banks, which is just this green shimmer. Actually, I regret doing that because I don't like it with this shade. So I'm actually gonna just take my finger, a clean finger, and I'm gonna take the shade 50/50, and I'm gonna apply that on top. Yeah, that's much better. All right, and then using my MAC brush, I'm just gonna mix that in together. Wow. So these shades are super pigmented, which is awesome, and I haven't even used my glitter glue yet. Well, I don't even think I'm gonna need to. Thought I would, but Alright, and that is the eye look that I've created. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera and also apply lashes and foundations, and then I'll be back to talk about my final thoughts on this palette. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and just kind of finished everything off camera, so I'll leave the details of what I used in the description down below if you're interested. I'm really happy with how this eyeshadow look came out. I think it's definitely one of my favorite eyeshadow looks that I've done, so that's really exciting. As far as the palette goes, I really would recommend this palette. Again, $12 is really not that expensive for 6 different eyeshadow shades. The shadows are really blendable, which is nice. It's also buildable, and they're really pigmented, which is really hard to find with green eyeshadows, at least in my experience. So yeah, I hope that this video was helpful if you were considering buying this palette. I really recommend that you do buy it. If not, totally fine. Green isn't for everyone, and that's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to be better about posting content, so I'm going to shoot for 1 video each week, and we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm putting it out there so that it happens. And yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys next week.